What's poppin', beautiful people? Welcome back or welcome to the Mrs. Best Reviews channel. I am here. I am not feeling the best, so I am live from my bed. But let's welcome in James for the Watch About the Reviews, who is back on YouTube. Welcome in and happy Thursday.
Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday.
Yes, we can hear you. You are clear. I just want to tell you. He was having issues with his headset and stuff. For those a lot of our subscribers do watch both of us on both channels. James is back, so be sure that you are subscribed so you don't miss when he does go live and all of those good things. We will also be on his channel right after this live to go over some reunion looks and things of that nature. So click the link in the description of this video to get to his channel quickly after the video. There's also other great creators that are also in the description of this video as well that we shout out, such as Kiwan JTV, our fabulous friend. She just put out her Love and Hip Hop review as well. Please check it out. We really just going to be in this live to have fun. I'm not even about to take this hella serious because the whole episode felt scripted and like I was watching like acting that was as bad as Tyler Perry's acting was when he was first getting on TV. Because why are they playing with us like this? Did you feel this was reality TV when you watched it?
I don't know who irritated me more. Like, seriously. If it's acting, it's horrible acting. This is given like literally season 2 have and have nots.
It is. It absolutely is. It absolutely is. And you know what? It's Gael's fault. I'm sorry. I'm finna blame Heaven. She's too much. But we start this episode with Shay and Amara beefing at Claudia's podcast. Shay say Amara do Santeria. So what? If the girl is like, don't piss her off then. If you think she's putting spells and shit on you, don't piss her off. Right.
I would think. I mean, that wasn't that big. I know a lot of people online were like, oh my God, no wonder her karma is getting to her. And I'm like, that's not that big of a deal. Like, it's not like, y'all know how many people in this world practice that? Like, for real.
There's a lot of people practicing it. It doesn't mean that everything practiced is negative, but honestly, if you don't believe in something, it shouldn't impact you that damn much. Hi, DM Rocks. Welcome in. Welcome in. Y'all. So moving on from that, because they beef, and I'm tired of the Santeria storyline. Either she's doing voodoo and putting hexes on bitches, or she's not. Whatever it is, I don't need no hexes put on me. So we finna move on. Rada and Michael are back from Ghana. Apparently Rada has been feeling better about the state of her and Michael's relationship. Rada, caw, you're a bird, bitch. I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't know what to do. Where's Kevin Reynolds and his tomatoes? Like, because I want to throw them at Rada. Rada came on this show and she already irritated James. If you guys go back and watch his couples therapy review from back when we were just starting our channel, James read Rada for absolute filth from her rooter to her tutor. And I wish he would have read her harder now that we have seen her on Love and Hip Hop Miami.
I could read her any harder than I did back when we did that show. What was that, 3 years ago?
That was over 3 years ago, yeah.
God, I didn't think I could read her any harder than that. Because she irritated me then, and then she irritated me this episode. And it was like... It's like...
What you doing?
It's like, no, because she gives me every bit of somebody from Arizona. If I ain't never seen somebody from Arizona in my life, like, seriously.
At least you're not there anymore. That's a positive.
That is a positive, but I'm just saying, like, she reminds me so much of what she was talking about, how, oh my God, we connected and on our trip to Ghana. And all in my back of my mind, I'm just thinking, did he ever leave you alone at any point? Because remember, he got an alleged baby mama out there.
You know what? It's funny you say that because I didn't even think of it, the baby mama. I was just thinking in my head like, oh, okay, bitch, y'all went to Africa and just everything was solved. To me, the fact that what pissed me off was Mike had audacity and being upset that she didn't post him while she was in Ghana. But what really made me irritated is why be with a man that you're embarrassed to even post? I'm not saying you have to post your man. Like most days, the people who follow me, I'm just reposting funny memes and goofy shit I see on the internet. And I'll post my man here and there. But like if I don't post, he's not like, well, how come you didn't post me? Well, how come you didn't post me? Like the audacity of you, Michael, to be worried about being posted when you wasn't worried about wearing condoms and got babies that are here, Arizona, LA, Ghana. Like what? I don't take this storyline seriously, but Mike claims that things are better with him and Rada. He says that he's using his new assistant, Gael, aka Heaven, to communicate with Nadia. Would you like to add anything to this?
No, because when we get there, that's when I'm gonna add. Because this was
Listen,
that
in the words
whole
of
situation,
Mariah Carey, we're doing the best we can with what we got.
which
Okay.
ain't a lot.
Which ain't a lot. This episode did not give a lot. It did not give a lot, but we're doing the best we can. I appreciate James for being a sport and even being here. The next thing we'll talk about is Ching Diamond. She's walking with Shay in a stroller. I didn't know these two were friends, but apparently they're friends. But Ching Diamond is explaining how Miami is expensive. Yes, it is. If the city is famous in America, it's expensive as hell. I just want everybody to understand that. So think twice before you move to Miami, New York City, Chicago, Houston, the Bay Area, the Los Angeles metropolitan area, and surrounding valley. Think before you move, y'all. It really is expensive. And if you don't grow up and are accustomed to paying them prices, you're going to end up like Ching Diamond crying over a jailbird that never had a job and won't get one. Now, Ching Diamond says that she feels she has to push Marquez to do anything. She got to push him and ask him to find a job.
Working at
Listen, bitch, I don't feel sorry for you. You sat up there and squared up with Zoe because she called this man a jailbird. And now you're complaining to Shay about him doing jailbird-like activities and behaviors. The nigga didn't have a job before, baby. So why would you think that a baby is going to suddenly make this man get a job and be inspired to work? Either a man is called to work and have a work ethic or he's not. That's just my opinion. And then, James, tell me this lady was not saying a couple episodes ago how he has been a great help to her and that she's been laying low and that Marquez has been the one watching the baby and doing all the stuff so that she ain't got to pay extra for a sitter. Now suddenly she can afford a sitter. And why are you complaining to Shay? Shay can't even get her own baby daddy to call his child. What is she going to do? I don't know why, James. I think it's his lighting.
It's not lighting. I am trying to adjust it as much as I can. Shayna, listen.
And I'm in the bed, okay? I barely made it on this live.
Because the sun's gonna go down here, so yeah. That's why I'm pitch black. I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying.
I love black people. She said, what is going on? Lord help us. But honestly, James, Ching Diamond's baby daddy ain't shit. Never been shit. Now she suddenly expects him to be shit. What are we supposed to do with this?
Here's what we need to do with this. One, she needs to get some self-esteem. That's the first thing. The second thing she needs to do is if he's not gonna get it together now, he's not gonna get it together later, he's not gonna get it together 20 years from now. His mindset is stuck on being in his own way. He's gonna need therapy, he's going to need, and that's one of the most unfortunate things about people who get out of jail is getting reacclimated back into society is always a struggle for them. And it's because there's no programs for them, at least not in all states. I'll say that. Not in all states. Is there a program that helps transition them back into society? Because he's following her lead, and you can look on the look on his face. He looks depressed. He looks sad. He looks like he don't want to be there. And it's like, well, Ching, are you forcing Kim to be there? Like, what the hell's going on here?
I think also though he needs to man up and speak. Like if you're not happy, speak and go do what you have to do to be happy. But honestly, the way Ching moves with this baby, like even avoiding the paternity test for so long, maybe he wants to avoid the rigmarole. I just like to remind some men, you have rights too. If you got to take her ass to court, take her ass to court. But I don't think he's going to do that. I feel like this man is used to people taking care of him because his mom's in Arizona. So if not Ching, then probably her. But whatever the heck, they're a couple. Why is the bar so low? There's no way I could be on TV dating a man that will not get a job and won't even apply to a job unless I ask him, get him to the interview, buy his clothes. Like, also cut that man's hair. But I digress. I'm gonna let it go. Shay is inviting Ching to the movie premiere because Julian put her back in the movie. I don't think that's gonna go well. You're inviting someone who Trina and her camp don't like to your premiere. Shay has learned nothing. I expect Shay to learn nothing. We're going to move into Hot Topic and her yellow wig. They go by to Joy and Trina house, and she tells her of the issue that's been going down with Boots, that she saw Trick Daddy at Boots' house, and she came downstairs prancing and mad and upset. Trick ended up having to put Boots out the house, and she said she was a bad bitch that shouldn't be waiting for an Uber. I don't know what's happening to Love and Hip Hop. Like, this shit just all feels extremely scripted. It don't feel real to me. It just doesn't. But Joy claims she's had a change of heart. According to Joy, she's a Gemini. We don't claim her. Okay? We don't claim her. Shout out to all the rest of the Geminis, though. Joy says that she's a Gemini, and she saw on social media that Ching Diamond got some kids. And because Ching Diamond has kids, Joy says that her only problem with Ching Diamond is the fact that she was mean to Zoe, but she don't want to tear down no woman with no kids. Huh? I don't understand.
Everybody has kids on this cast with the exception of Joy and Trina. So that made no sense to me.
Thank you. I was about to say Shay got kids.
Everybody has kids, but y'all going back and forth with Shay. Boots act like she ain't got no kids and over here going crazy and spazzing out. So what does that have to do? I'm trying to figure out.
Just because you saw the kids.
Yes.
Just because you saw the kids, Joy, you were moved. I don't understand what the fuck Joy wants us to do. Listen, if a bitch with some kids disrespect me, then it's up with a bitch with some kids. I ain't got to talk about her kids or do nothing with her, but having children is not going to stop me from addressing somebody who's disrespected me. But I guess Joy is trying to have a heart, so she's going to find peace with Miss Ching Diamond. Oh, I think, you unfroze. It had frozen for a second. But yeah, I don't have nothing for these women. Hello, Miss Sandra. Happiest of Thursdays. I keep wanting to say Wednesday. It is not Wednesday. It's a holiday week. I forgot about that. I'm all behind. Anywho, you guys, we're gonna move on because nothing happened with Hot Topic. She just tells them the mess of Boots. And did y'all see on the internet that Boots is alleging that the producers gave her a bad edit and saying that there's a lot that we did not see?
My question to Boots is, what did we see, Boots? Why don't you put that in great detail about what we did not see? Because from what I did see is you were trying to jump up and is looking for your former cast member on Flavor of Love as if she owed you $250,000. Like, that's what I did see. And you threatened to fight people on her behalf if she don't pop up somewhere.
You said you threw something on somebody's mama because you couldn't get to their daughter. Yeah. But then you also were okay with Trick Daddy swinging his legs up in the air and you doing what he needs to do so that you could get something out of him. Like, regardless of what that lady say about the edit, like, there's no reason that they should have been able to edit these things together about Boots. Right. There's no reason. The girl just trifling. She's still trifling.
Damage control. That's all that was. This was complete damage control.
What did New York tell her? A Flavor of Love too. You're nasty, Boots. You're trifling, Boots. She got her together. I'm here for New York because New York was kind of right.
Mm-hmm.
She was kind of right. Looking back. Moving on. Shay still ain't learned. She's inviting everybody she can to be messy to this premiere event. She invites Eliza. Eliza says she's going through some stuff, so she's not interested in being around drama. I'm like, oh, so when you're not going through anything, you're very much interested in drama. Got it. But Eliza wants to step away from the drama. She declines coming to Shay's movie premiere because she feels like it is messy. And I agree, it's messy as hell. I don't understand why Shay would even want to go. You put me out the movie, put me out the movie. I don't need to be put back into it. That's just not going to work for me. Now, we also see a little fake scene with Michael Blackson going by Gael's. She has pictures of herself and Michael together blown up in his office. She has hired an assistant that did not realize that the person that she's supposed to be working for is there. She got a nameplate that says she the CEO of Michael Blackson Entertainment. And she was on the phone talking about she need the money or the check or something cut to somebody when he walked in the room. Nothing about this felt real. Everything about this felt scripted. The bar is in the basement of hell. It's very low. I would you like to add anything to Michael discovering that Gael believes she is more than an assistant?
Well, I'm going to say this. I thought it was highly entertaining. I thought it was very on par to who we know her to be. So I wasn't surprised by any of it. And I feel like, to me, at this point, I want Gail to make as much as Shay is making on this show. Because the only entertainment that I have gotten so far is from Gail. And I thought I would never say, yes, I'm calling her Gail. I know her name is Gael, or AKA Heaven, whatever the fuck she wants to go as on this show. But I'm sorry. Gail leaves me entertained every time she pops up. It's like whatever world she lives in, like I almost want to live there.
The land of absolute delusion.
Delusion.
But you know what? Good for you, Gael, because you still here and Flo ain't, and I love that. I do. I have nothing negative to say about that. I agree with James. We know the shit is fake, but Gael's funny as hell. So
yes, that was my moment. I'm sorry. I was hollering when I was looking at that.
Not that was the moment. I cannot. Shout out to the replay gang and those who watch us when we are no longer live. I do appreciate you guys for tuning in, especially because this is all we got left of Love and Hip Hop in terms of new episodes. The franchise is dead. It's gone on to the upper room. So me and James, we will review and recap whatever 6-part farewell series they're supposed to do to the franchise that is supposed to air in the fall. But we appreciate everybody for watching, even those who are not here when we're live. Ching Diamond and Marquez is struggling financially, so they decide they're gonna go out to eat dinner. I don't know why niggas be nigging sometimes, but if you are, don't laugh at me, James, don't, because that shit don't make no sense. Now, I've been with my husband so long, we'd have been homeless together, came up, all of that. Let me tell you this, when money get low. What?
Explain what you mean when you say ninjas be ninja.
Niggas be nigging. They do.
What does that mean?
They do. They do shit like that. For instance, I grew up in East Oakland, California. Shout out to the town. I fuck with y'all the long way. I do. However, grew up in a neighborhood where everybody was on food stamps. We was all in line at Eastmont Social Service Agency waiting for help. When I tell you, you go stand in line at the Social Services Agency for your welfare in the town, you see people wearing Celine, Dior, real, not fake, Louis Vuittons, the newest, freshest pair of Jordans, and you say to yourself, damn, well, you in line for some stamps and you got all of this. So like I said, niggas be nigga in. They said that they are struggling financially. They are not used to Miami prices because they are from Nebraska. And them Pampers in Miami probably cost 20 times more.
Oh, yeah.
20 times more.
You got to think in the meal, too. She got to buy that. I know in Miami.
She's doing a lot. It's expensive. She said her rent, because she's in one of them high rises, she said her rent is $5,000. She doesn't want to go to Little Havana. She doesn't want to go to Hialeah. She wants to live on the water looking over the
Okay, well,
ocean.
baby, you could have went to Fort Lauderdale. You could have went to Hollywood. You could have went a whole lot more places to
She
look at the
don't, you
water.
know, people not from there. They don't know that. But that's where she chose to be. Now, my point is if you are struggling financially, why the F are you going out to eat? Especially in Miami, where they were voted like one of the prettiest destinations with the worst food.
Yeah.
They're consistently voted that. So I'm just like, you're not even getting no food that's good. Ching, you ain't big for no reason. If you don't fry up some chicken at home, put some rice inside.
You can go to Publix and get some chicken. Oh, you ain't even got. She ain't even got to do that. She can go right over to Publix, get her a chicken and a green salad for less than $30, and she got a meal to last, baby. Because I tell you,
If my rent is $5,000, I'm filming in that house.
me too. Yeah,
You better cover up
I'm
which
with my
door,
fried
which
chicken.
floor.
And I might put the shit in the oven, act like I made it, and you can call it a day. Like,
Right, call it a whole day. We see we see housewives do it all the time.
yep.
Lord help us. But Ching, Diamond, and Marquez go out to eat. They have a talk. She mentions that she wants to get a skincare line so that she can continue to build her brand and make more money. You got to spend money to make money. So
Yeah.
it's like they're doing everything but getting a job. But I get it. With her, I can understand it because people might recognize her. With him, he can get a damn job. Okay. He could go to a temp agency. I know they got them temp agencies. You could wait in line. They'll give you work for the day, pay you that day. There's a lot he can do that he's just not doing.
We have to understand his skill set though, because we don't know it. We don't know what he could do. We don't know anything about him. All we know is that he was in jail and then he tried to get a little job out in Arizona. And obviously that don't work because my thought is he worked at UPS at the airport and they don't give you hours. Like they be bullshitting. They be giving you 20 hours a week acting like you can live off that shit. You can't. So that's my opinion. I'm not saying that's what he actually did, but that was my guess because UPS will take you. But yeah, they will
You
take you
better
with his
go
kind of.
apply at the grocery store. They'll give you hours, especially around the holidays. Get you a retail job somewhere. He could get work. Like do something though, sir.
They'll take them because hell, she asked me, wait, what you applying for again? When I worked out there, she's like, what you applying for? The factory or the customer service? It's customer service. She goes, okay, you got a social security number? If you ain't got one, that's okay. I can get you in. I said, okay. Okay, I said, okay, girl, wait a minute. Hold up.
Not if you ain't got one, I could get you in.
That's what she said.
Hey, hey.
So if I can have that kind of experience, Marquez ain't got no excuse.
Let me tell you this. I got a cousin who just got out of prison. He been gone for over 20 years. Shout out to my cousin Will. Love to you. But he found a job. He showed it quickly. He went to my husband and was like, "Oh, I could do this." I got a link, sent it to him. That man got hired. So you could find a job if you really want a job, even if you have a record. I think Marquez is just lazy. I think James was correct in his earlier assessment that this young man is probably depressed, probably because this bitch played with him about the paternity of his daughter for months and months and months. He seems to think that watching the baby is enough. I feel like he wants to be a kept man. And that's okay. Some men, like, there are house husbands and things like that. But like, Marquez, you got to like do a little bit more. When she said that their daughter is 7 months old and he's never bought a diaper, he should have bought like something. Like something. I don't know. Do you have anything to add to these trifling trollops?
I don't have anything to add to them. I just, you know, as much as Ching Diamond gets on my nerves, I am hoping the best for her. I am hoping that she does surpass whatever career path that she's wanted to, whether if it's the rapping, the social media, the skincare, whatever her heart sets on, because she has babies she is raising. I want her to win. However, I want her to get thicker self-esteem than what she has. Because this fighting with Zoe and then you taking care of this man who is broke down and unworthy of your time right now, it's not worth it. Just because he's cute, like, no, that's not, I mean, I can't speak on it high enough. I want better for her. I do.
Ching just needs to make better choices. I think she's one of those people who's struggling, like, you out the hood, you not in prison no more. Let that shit go and walk in a new, better version of yourself. But it's going to take her time. But I still stand by what I stand by. I think she's extremely talented, and I do think her music will go somewhere. But I don't care about this baby daddy situation. She needs to keep that shit separate. We move on to Rada. She goes to dinner with Claudia and Amara. Nothing came of this dinner. We're just going to talk about the fact that this is where Rada learns that Gael is the new assistant that Mike has hired. Claudia and Rada do have a talk about Rada lying to her about her situation. I see both sides. When your friend goes back to a relationship that they complained to you about or spoke about as being toxic, I can understand the person going back, maybe feeling embarrassed and not wanting to say anything. So I can understand that with Rada and Claudia. However, I think it's weird to lie to people who love you. You know, at the end of the day, you have to be with your partner. So other people's opinion really shouldn't fucking matter. Now, if you're getting hurt, like physically or mentally, dealing with like abuse and stuff in a relationship, don't expect your friends to like love your spouse and want to be around them. But like, people are going to do what they do. I don't know how else to put it. So Claudia and Rada's situation, I don't feel is really much to talk about. Claudia was right. Let me know so I can stop looking like a fool. Now she knows, and hopefully she minds her business. I don't think Claudia will mind her business. Do you?
No, Claudia, like she said on Carlos King's podcast, she wants a check. She gonna take a BET check, a Zeus check, a
Yeah.
check, whatever check is out there. Claudia says she wanted because she said that mortgage and everything is high. So I do not believe for one second that this is the end all be all of Claudia Jordan on this TV show, even though the show is going under wraps. I feel like Claudia gonna be on however many episodes they got left. We gonna still see Claudia.
She's
And I
about
don't
her money, and that's why she's had a long career. She doesn't
Yeah,
say no.
I don't blame Claudia. I don't have any issue with Claudia. I don't. I just wish, like you said, that she would have just left the situation alone because she had her own glass water throw event here on the show. So I just feel like for me, I wouldn't even want to put myself that far into someone else's relationship,
I'm not
knowing
putting
that
myself in nobody's shit to
finna
where
go
I'm
back.
getting
Yeah,
assaulted.
yeah, knowing
Mm-mm.
that him finna go back to the man in anyway, like I could see if he was harassing her and y'all out and you trying to protect. I
But
could
at the
see
end of the day, if
yeah.
Rada is not getting her ass beat, the man's not taking advantage of her money, she agreed to the open relationship. Like, if your friend is safe, then it is what it is. You don't have to date them. They have to. Let it be. That's why I don't
Lady
understand why
created
people
the
do
ring
this.
don't mean good thing. Which white lady was that on Real Housewives? Was it Kim Zolciak?
Yes. Who sang that song?
The ring don't mean a thing.
The
Yeah,
ring didn't
that
mean a
that
thing.
is that is exactly what Rada is going through, and I wish all y'all would wake up and see that. The ring
Mm-hmm.
don't mean a damn thing. The relationship is still open. Michael is still over there hunching on Nadia, Gael, and whoever the old girl is in Ghana. Which I'm questioning if, once again, Rada, if you was ever alone in Ghana, I hope you know in real time why you were alone in Ghana.
Hot Best Express. Hot Best Express. But yeah, we could only say so much. I really do want to push though. I don't want anybody to be the friend that Claudia is. Support your people, but like confronting your friends' spouses on like stuff they've been through, like that's weird. Like if James were to confront my husband to talk to him about something he may have did or something that we had an argument of, I would be so annoyed. Like, and I'm sure he would be annoyed if I were to like ever confront his spouse on something. Like that's weird. Like that's weird. Can we just have dinner? Like, keep it simple, please, world. But Claudia, she lonely. I feel like if Claudia had a man, she wouldn't be that invested. But I'm gonna move on
She got
from
a
that.
man according to her, but she ain't gonna show him.
I think she got somebody to sit on when needed, but I don't think she got like a man. But we see Eliza having this dramatic moment. Eliza is broke. Eliza got sued and she couldn't pay for her judgment. And so they came up in her house and was looking at her assets and what they could sell. And she realized the only way she could stop it is to file for bankruptcy. So Eliza is going to make the decision to file for bankruptcy. I understand why she's emotional because it's like, damn, I'm in the situation where I got to file. However, a lot of people who are considered that 2% or, considered very wealthy. They do file for bankruptcy. I don't understand why she was cutting all her pretty hair off, but to each his own. Best of luck, Buttercup. What you got for her?
What did you do? Is the question.
Right. She said she got sued, but she didn't tell us what.
So for me to have sympathy for her, I need to know what she did. Because I felt like, okay, you said you got sued, but was this, a credit card company coming after you? Was it she has a real estate license. She's a realtor. Did you do something in real estate you had no business doing? Like, I need context, like, before I could feel sorry for you, because, yeah, I empathize with anybody who has hard times. Like, I really do. But then when it comes to you getting sued, I need to know the context of what it is if you're going to be on reality TV.
That's why I say best of luck, Buttercup. Because absolutely. I don't know the context. She could have done something really wrong to end up sued and owe money to somebody. I don't know what it is. All I remember is smoking a blunt one Saturday in 2020 and scrolling, there was the Tory Lanez had something going during COVID, and I seen her on the jet being passed around. So I that's all I remember from Eliza. She'll do whatever to get some money or to get the man. I don't know. But good luck, Buttercup. We're going to move on to Michael Blackson is filming a commercial for Gael because Gael told him Gael told Michael she got him a big commercial deal. She said a big deal. The commercial deal was at her restaurant. She talked this man into filming a commercial for her restaurant. Let me tell you something about Gael. She gonna advertise and monetize it every way she can since she has been on Love and Hip Hop. She did it better than her sister, and I understand why her restaurant's been in business for many years. And I looked up her restaurant; it has good reviews.
Yeah, some of the best I've ever seen.
Usually you look up Miami restaurants, and the reviews are scary or mixed. Gael has great reviews.
I mean, the food looks good from what I saw.
It looks
good. I mean, I'm curious enough to try. I've only had Haitian food one time, so
it's hella good.
Yeah, I'm curious again if I ever go back to Miami. I definitely would like to stop by.
When you want to go, let's go. Come on, we'll eat. We just want to eat. That's all I want to do. I didn't do nothing, y'all, in New Orleans but eat. I drank a little. I drank too much, but I did eat quite a bit. Oh, I just want to eat.
Let me tell you, my food bill would have been at least $1,000 if I went to New Orleans. So
they had some oysters that looked good. I don't eat things like that though.
I don't either. I only stick to crab, lobster, and shrimp.
Yeah, I don't. Oysters, mussels, no thank you.
I might do crawfish.
Crawfish is good.
And I might do, I don't know, there's something else that I might do that I'm not thinking of right now.
He's like, I can't think of it. Now you're gonna make me want seafood. Lord help us. And I just did my Valley review, and Brittany had them eating this crab boil. So now I keep thinking about crab boil. Devastating. Michael has been tricked into filming a commercial though for Gael's restaurant, which was cracking me up. Rada pulled up acting a fool. Call. But that's Rada coming from the sky. I swear to God, this beautiful bird.
That is the biggest bird I ever seen in my life.
She's too pretty and too old to be acting this way.
She's too old to be doing this shit. She really is.
Over a man with a gap tooth who looked malnourished and is only funny on stage. I cannot. But Rada came on TV acting dumb, interrupted the commercial, pulled Michael out of there. She threw some of Gael's food at her. Gael ain't shit. She came outside. She said, baby, we have to finish the take. I said, you know what?
Why is she calling you baby? What is that? You at a motel with her. When was this? And I'm looking at her like, girl.
Gael let me tell you, give Gail her Christmas bonus early because she's funny as hell. She didn't take. Why is Rada acting upset at Gael?
I'm like, Rada,
you're in an open relationship.
In an open relationship, and he can cheat on you. It's actually not cheating on you if it's an open relationship. It's actually doing what the guidelines of your relationship is. Just because he proposed to your ass doesn't mean that that stops. That doesn't mean that that stops. It should have never happened in the first place.
Hot Mess Express, y'all.
You didn't
She's
learn
funny.
nothing from Corrupt. Like for real? How to like damn. And I'm pretty sure was Corrupt the only other one? I'm pretty sure that list is long. Because you keep getting these problematic ass men, and I'm trying to figure out what the fuck wrong with you to why you keep doing this shit.
I just want to know. It looked like Rada was wearing one of Evelyn Lozada's jumpsuits. I know that's so random,
It ain't random.
but
I thought the same thing. I feel like I saw that shit too. I just can't picture where I saw Evelyn wearing that shit, but I know I saw Evelyn wearing that.
Lord help us. Thank you, Shayna. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Oh, Lord. I don't know what to do with this show. To everybody who was here, I have no freaking clue what to do with this show because half of this just felt funny. I don't understand it. I just can't feel bad for Rada. We go move into, because I guess the commercial got filmed. We get to the movie premiere. And if you are a Trina fan, you might want to leave this live.
Thank you. We love you nonetheless, but like the video on your way out.
Not like the video on your way out.
You made it this far. You might as well like the video if you made it this far. Yes, but if you're a Trina friend like I had to cut my friend off because yes, if y'all are Trina fans, go ahead and leave this live. It is nothing personal against you. It's just I'm sorry. What she did was absolutely ridiculous, and Mrs. Best is going to break it down for us, and it's not going to be very nice. So go ahead and leave.
I cannot with Trina though. So we get to the event, and Trina is immediately throwing a fit on the red carpet. She is upset that Shay is still in the movie. You're just a producer in the movie, Trina. You're not the big shot caller. Don't get in the way of other people doing stuff. I think that's stupid, but also movies involve contracts and things of that nature. So you probably, like, she's in the movie, get over it. Now, she's throwing a fit at the door, feels disrespected, and Trina thinks that she's essentially the end all be all. We get to see, before we get into the foolery, Joy has a talk with Ching Diamond, and these two make peace because Joy saw a picture of her kids on the internet. And apparently, because of that, something about being a Gemini, and I don't understand how it correlated, but Joy's on bullshit and wants to be cool with Ching Diamond again. Good for them. Do you want to add anything to their
Joy? That sounds like Joy. That sounds like you didn't want to get your ass whooped. So you made peace with this lady because that was the only other alternative you could do. That's what it seemed like to me because it didn't make sense to me either. I was listening to that and I was like, "What?
Joy, what are you doing? Why are you doing it?"
Like y'all really? Let me explain something to the whole scene. Y'all really finna make me defend Ching Diamond and Bucky in her hair. Shout out to Forest Rocks on YouTube. Y'all really finna make me defend these two? Okay, Joy.
We don't really have to.
With you up there and you and Trick sitting up there looking like the happy couple. Get out of here, Joy.
I want to know if Joy was swinging Trick's legs up in the air was helping him because the things that Trick has expressed he like in the bedroom, I will never look at Joy the same because I assume he's always liked those things and that she used to fulfill those requirements, and I will never look at her the same after that.
What would make you think she didn't do all that?
I try to block it out because I've had enough therapy. I can't keep giving these people money.
Listen, look, I'll put it to you this way. He either Joy did it or Samantha did it before she got to Joy.
Oh my God.
I had to do it, y'all.
Julian gives a speech. James, you playing with the motherfucking church's money. I'm not doing that with you today. That's some nasty shit.
Well, hell, I had to do it. I'm sorry. I was gonna miss my opportunity if I did.
Trick Daddy really does gross me out, and James knows that. He ain't right. You ain't nothing but a slice of cheese without the corners. You ain't right. You ain't right, James. Lord help us. Julian gives a speech. He's thankful that his movie is complete. He said he wanted to thank his day one, Katrina Taylor, and give her flowers. She said, Katrina, something else. Let me tell you something, you saggy-eyed bitch. You sitting up here worried about the last name that's given when all you have to fucking say is thank you. All your records, all the money you get, your splits, all of that goes to Katrina Taylor. Nobody knows your raggedy, broke ass husband's last name, bitch, because you got married in secret. Now you want to act all in love. But if you were really so proud of your love and all in love, you would have let people know that you got married. But you didn't. So excuse the hell out of him if he did not know your new last name. None of us knew.
Not to mention, he knew you before you were married to this man. So that was only within his right, if he knew you by that name, to call you that. That was ridiculous to me. I felt like
James will always probably be in his head and a lot of people as Amina Charles.
Yes.
Always. That ain't been my last name in a minute, but I still be having to put it on places. That's what happens when you get married. It's weird that Trina's mad about it.
That's weird, because like, I would probably, if I was given a speech to honor you in any way, I probably would slip up and say Amina Charles. I probably would, because I knew you that for many years with that last name first.
I'm not gonna cuss you out though and interrupt your speech, like.
No. And I'm sure your husband wouldn't feel a way about it either. So it's like,
no. Well, he probably would speak as Herbert now, knowing him, but you know, he real ignorant like that.
He would do all of what Swerve did.
Swerve did the absolute most. So I'm like, okay, she caught an attitude with him, even though he was thanking her. And I'm looking around like, girl, you are not bigger than the program. Relax. There's bigger names out of Miami, ma'am. There's bigger names that have come out of Miami. But he then moves on to thank Shay. And Trina interrupts and says, fuck Shay Johnson. And Shay said, fuck you too. And I'm mad at you, Trina, because I'm about to defend Shay. I'm about to defend Bucky in all 783 of her teeth and her loud ass vocal cords. Because if I hear somebody say, fuck Amina or fuck James, when we just sitting and minding our business, do you understand that would be a reaction? And fuck you too. Like, what? What are we doing? So I cannot fault Shay for saying anything. Trina gets up like she wants to fight and tries to come at her. And then her stupid ass little boy toy talking about, no, Julian, you're not a man. Sir, Julian was alive before you were born. Your woman's robbing the cradle, but you're not 40-something years old like Trina. And Trina, why are you wanting to fight Shay? Because she told you you ain't shit. You've been told that on this show before. You didn't fight. Why is she so angry at Shay? Like, what is so personal?
That exact same question, because I thought I missed it. So, does anybody know the reason? Did I miss something from episode 1 to now, or did I miss something in the cuts, or was there something online, or was there a Twitter beef that happened before this season aired? Was there something that I missed? Because I know this ain't got nothing to do. I know that we ain't talking about Joy, and she's taking on Joy's beef with Shay. I know this ain't what this is.
Trina says she's mad that Shay told her she wasn't shit. She didn't say she was mad that Shay spoke on her husband. She said that she's mad that Shay told her she wasn't shit. Maybe you really ain't shit. Look how you acted. And then recently, there's a clip going around of Trina having to pull her husband away from people and kick hella people off stage while performing. Obviously, this man is bringing you down in some way and is a problem, because it don't make sense to get this mad and want to fight. Like, being a wife is not always about fighting everybody who comes for your husband or says something about your relationship. Trina's acting real girlfriendish right now and childish.
I'm just trying to figure out, okay, so she said you weren't shit. I mean,
what are we supposed to do, Trina?
Like, okay.
And then they tried to blame it on Julian. Talking about this is Julian's fault if he didn't put her back in the movie. No, you be responsible for your own actions, like you tell everybody else. There's no reason to get up and want to fight.
Do you know how many actors and actresses work with people they don't like?
Right.
Like, do you guys know how common that is? B. Arthur from Golden Girls hated Betty White for years. They didn't make amends until after the show wrapped. Betty White spoke publicly about this. She said that lady could not stand me. but worked with her for many, many years.
I mean, kids did it on Moesha, Countess Vaughn, and Brandy were
They didn't
beefing
get along.
really bad at one point, and they did seasons together, and they were kids. If kids could figure it out, adults can.
You talking
This
about a
movie
movie
better
that
end up in theaters for all this fighting. It better
this,
not be a straight to Tubi movie.
9 out of 10 it probably is. And the thing about it is they probably didn't film it for 10 to 15 days. And then also Shay and Trina probably didn't even communicate in the movie. So this would make it even more ridiculous and stupid if that's the case. If y'all ain't got at least one scene together, then what the fuck are we fighting for?
Trina did too much though, and she's going to damage her brand if this is how she moves with that man.
There's something else in the water. I'm sorry, Trina. I'm not trying to be funny. There's something else going on that you ain't saying. Because for you to spaz out like you did on over nothing, over just because you wanted to honor somebody else that was in the movie was absolutely crazy. You could have just not clapped, stayed quiet, did like this.
But she don't like to be corrected. I've noticed that. That's the problem. She's gotten to a point where everybody in her circle is going to agree with everything that she says. And it shows, because if she was giving this advice to someone else, she would have told them you don't have to react. But now she's just reacting. And it's like,
she gave that same advice to Shay, like, what was that season?
She did a couple seasons ago.
When Joy and Shay fought that first time, I feel like she gave that same advice to Shay. So where's that advice for you now? Because now you just got married, and now you over here showing your ass in front of everybody, so we can now look at you. I'm sorry, I don't see for Trina. I don't like this. Made me look at Trina so differently than how I
would to music, because I've not felt like she's given us anything on this show, like in 7 seasons at all. She's pretty private.
Just a stank attitude.
Just a stank attitude. It's made me dislike her a little bit, unfortunately. But that's really it, you guys, for this episode of Love and Hip Hop. Half the show was scripted, and the part that wasn't was so doggone quick. We will be back again next week to go over Love and Hip Hop. Be sure I'll put out a schedule. I'm almost done making it. I have a lot happening next week. James is also 3 hours ahead and has stuff happening as well. So this video will be at 4:45 Pacific Standard Time next week, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6:30. I will put out a schedule and the live will be set up. But click in the description of this video. There's a link to the Watch Your Mouth Reviews channel. We are going to head over to James's channel so that we can go over some reunion looks. But I appreciate everyone for watching. Shout out to the replay. See the links in the description of this video. Thank you to Shayna for being here and moderating. Shout out to Courtney. Catch a candle. Let me catch a comment before I go. Did you see how Joy tried to run at Shay but got stopped by security? I did. And security did great.
Still don't know what the fuck happened with that. Like, I don't understand why they're beefing again. Like, I still miss that.
Because of something Gael told her.
Oh, with the sister ordeal. So she even asked.
Joy never even got the full question asked of Shay, and Joy never spoke to Shay. If Joy would have spoke to Shay, things would have been cleared up. She has no reason to really even be upset. So now Shay's in all of this, beefing with Trina and all of this, all because it all comes back to heaven. Per usual, which is funny as hell. But y'all, we will see what happens on the next episode. Love and light to everybody. Head over to James's channel. I appreciate the replay gang. Stream also best, and I will see y'all next time. Au revoir.